demonstrations at Concordia for the CSU. Can you tell me why we're here today?
We're here to protest the Board of Governors' proposed increase of another $1,000. This is the 5th time they do it this year. In the past 12 months, this has come out in September, this has come back in March, this has come back in June, and another teleconference meeting in the end of June as well. So this is the 5th time that we're seeing this increase try to happen. The Board of Governors is very, very stubborn. They're trying to get this passed through no matter what, and they're not looking at the fact that international students bring so much to our campus that it's unnecessary to have this increase.
Hey guys, we're here once more to stop the administration to raise our fees. Once again, they're going to try to get us from the back and raise our fees unjustly. So we gathered here today, put pressure on them to stop raising our fees. So, do you want them to raise your fees? No! What are you going to do to stop them? Stay here!
This is the 5th time that they're trying to pass this behind closed doors, as I understand. But I know that the CSU has tried to stop them by taking legal action against them. Can you tell me something about that?
Sure. The one incident that you're talking about was the teleconference meeting that happened on June 29th. That was illegal. So we definitely took them to court to say that you can't do this just because we're students doesn't mean you can push us around. And luckily the judge agreed with us, and they told them they can't collect any of the fees for 10 days. So this is the end of the 10 days. So instead of going through the motions, waiting for another judge to say that if the meeting was completely illegal in any way, shape, or form, instead of doing that, they are coming back here and trying to vote on it again. So again, these people are extremely stubborn. They don't realize that the community does not want to see this happen, but they're trying anyways. So this is why we're here.
Why do you think that there's such a disconnect between the student body and what you want and how you think the university should go and this Board of Governors? So why is there such a big difference?
When you think about it, the Board of Governors is comprised of so many people not from the Concordia community. These people are all CEOs or in charge of other companies, and they come here once a month for this 2-hour meeting. They have absolutely no idea what's happening on our campus. We have 4 student governors that are undergraduate and 1 graduate student, and we're always voicing our concerns and making sure that they know. There are a lot of faculty on side with this issue, but if there's a few people who have who hold all the cards in their hands, they're not going to listen to what a few students are saying. That's why we have to always come out and show them that strength in numbers, as cliche as it is, make a big difference. The EV building. They're building a JMSB building. There's an athletics complex happening at Loyola. These are massive, massive things that they're doing. So instead of looking at their priorities and saying, okay, we may have a deficit, we may need to, hold off on all these new buildings, they're doing all of that and, using international students as cash cows. I mean, they're also, just to give you some reference, they're also cutting the administration fee bursary, which is, $120 or $130 that goes to the poorest students at Concordia. They're cutting shuttle bus service, so it's going to come even less frequent. So they're cutting essential services instead of, doing something like going for the government or making sure they have priorities straight. But what can we say? They have all the cards in very small hands.
You come out and protest every time there's a Board of Governors, and you've already gone to the Quebec Court of Law. What's your next step?
I mean, if this passes today, the worst case scenario, I mean, if it does pass, at least we have a lot. This has been extremely documented. The news is all over this, so they know that anything from now on that is even remotely shady or done behind students' backs, we're going to call them out on it. This has been happening for years, and we're fed up. Students are always complaining that things are changing. Fees are going up, no services are being included. So they did mention that when this fees goes up, I think 25% is going to go to bursaries to help support international students. If that doesn't happen, well, we're going to call them out on it. If they're trying to build something else, well, we'll tell them to stop. Look at everything else that you need to fix beforehand. Our classes are smaller. You know what I mean? We have more students that come. Our chairs are breaking. Escalators don't work. There are so many issues with this university. So instead of trying to build new facilities, fix the ones you have. And instead of trying to attract more students with beautiful new buildings, make sure the ones you have here are, treated well at least. The services are provided, but they don't think like that.
Thank you.
No problem.